What's going on, guys? In this video we will continue our Python Itertools series, and in this video we will take a look at repeat and cycle. So repeat and cycle are another type of infinite data generators. We've already taken a look at one in the previous videos, and that was count. So repeat and cycle are the two remaining infinite data generators that come from Python Itertools. So with that said, let's just take a look at the code. The first thing I'll do is import the repeat and cycle as well as time. And now let's take a look at this code. Basically what repeat does is just repeats an object X amount of times. So here our object is list range 3, and we're going to just repeat that X amount of times. And in this case, 10 times. So we're going to be creating 10 lists containing the elements range 3, which is just 0 to 2. So if I run this, we now have an iterator containing 10 lists ranging from 0 to 3. And if we just iterate through it, we can see from 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, and we have 10 of them. So this is a very quick way to create lots of data. NumPy also has this known as repeat to create basically lots of arrays. So the next thing we'll do is we will run this again because iterators get exhausted. And now I'll show you that we can use it with map, in this case sum. If you remember from my previous video, sum takes iterables. So in this case we have 10 different iterables, and we're going to map each of the iterables to sum. And in this way we'll get 3, which is basically 0, 1, and 2 summed up, which is 3. So this was just a quick example of what repeat is and how you could potentially use repeat. Now just a little nuance regarding repeat that I want to make you guys aware of is that if you don't put in the number for the amount of repetitions, so for example, we used 10 for our repetitions argument, and if you don't include that, it defaults to none. And when it defaults to none, it basically creates an infinite generator. So you'll see in this example here, I don't specify the repetitions argument. So since I'm not feeding anything, it will default to none, which will lead to an infinite generator. So let's just run this. And I'm just going to print this, and you'll see it will basically continue forever. So let's just stop this. So that was repeat. Here's just another example, slightly contrived, but if you need values to fit into zip, that's another quick and easy way to create data. So here we'll repeat false 3 times. And now if we need values for our zip range 3, we could easily just fit in y. So here I'll fit in y, and here we go, 0 false, 1 false, 2 false. So we're basically giving zip some filler values. So yeah, that's repeat. The next thing we'll look at is cycle. So cycle is very similar to repeat, except that it's an infinite cycle by default, and it iterates through iterable. So repeat will take whatever object and create X amount of those objects, or repeat that object infinitely if you don't give it the repetitions argument. Cycle, on the other hand, doesn't repeat the object itself, it actually cycles through it. So once again, repeat, if you give it a list and repeat, it will repeat the list X amount of times. But with cycle, it will cycle through the elements infinitely. So here, let's take a look at an example. Now I will change this to 3, so that will be very similar to the example above, which was here. So let's just take a look at this code now. I'm creating a cycle with range 3, and it's going to be saved to X. And since X is going to be an iterator, I will iterate through it by using next of X. And since this is an infinite iterator, I can use while true, and it will continue infinitely. So let me just run this. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So it will cycle basically forever. The only difference between repeat and cycle is that repeat will actually repeat the list. So let me just run this again. All right. Here we go. All right, so basically it will repeat the list itself, while with cycle, it will iterate through the elements itself. And that's the key difference between those two. Alright, so this was a pretty easy and quick video regarding Python Itertools repeat and cycle. I think I have a couple of more functions to look at from Python Itertools, and then we'll be able to wrap up Python Itertools. Alright, so that's it with this video. I will see you guys next time.